Please stand for your American flag!
Yes, Jordan, it's Garrett Ford and Bruce Crop out here at the 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade, and things are getting underway near us now, Bruce, as the American flag is coming by. The Honor Guard from the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 2055, and American Legion, Post 446.
And Butch Mathis, parade chair, making sure everybody's standing to attention for the flags as it passes by as the 98th Centralia Halloween Parade officially gets underway. I think we have a helicopter flying overhead that's taking a picture of the crowd, so you can hear that going over the top of us right now.
You can hear the people applauding as the flag goes by. There's also some military vehicles coming by now. Humvee here looks like.
And these are from the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 176, Wing A, and automobile from the American Legion, Post 446 military vehicles.
And there are several different types here. To be honest, don't know what they all officially are called, but they are all large military vehicles. Our broadcast this year originating from the second floor of the Lifestar Ambulance facility, where the judges review stand is also located.
And we are also doing a video feed that you should be able to pick up on the WJBD radio Facebook page if you'd like to see a video of the parade as it goes by. We want to thank Roger Campbell, everybody at Lifestar, for giving us a place to do the parade and helping us get all set up and ready to go.
Here now are disabled American veterans from that organization going by as they're sitting on the float and waving some flags themselves going by. And next up, to keep with the veterans, it's from the folks at Kaskaskia College, the Jim Beasley Veterans Tribute. Kind of a miniature version of that. If you've not been out to the college to see the real thing, it is worth heading out there to take a look at it. His name's inscribed at veterans from all over the area.
With a little Halloween twist to it, with some hay bales and some pumpkins to add a little festive mood to the tribute as it moves through the parade route today.
Earlier this morning in Centralia, the American Legion Post 446 hosted a bicycle ride, and some of the riders from that are going through now. They rode all through the city of Centralia. As we've said, it is the 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade. 98. Older even than the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And actually, Butch Mathis, the general chair, was telling us at the reception before the parade that the parade's actually now 101 years old. It's had to miss 3 years, 2 during World War II, and then a third during COVID. So actually, it's been going on 3 more years, but we just had to skip 3 years due to first war issues and then COVID issues.
Here we are celebrating 98 years young now.
And the thing about the Halloween parade is, people just don't come out to the Halloween parade. Many of them are dressed for the occasion.
Oh, absolutely.
Witches and all sorts of different characters, Frankensteins, and they're all along the parade route. Tonight, enjoying the parade and getting into the Halloween festivities.
I came dressed as a radio DJ. I think I pulled the costume off very well.
Garrett, we have a little break in the parade as we wait for some of the emergency vehicles to get up with us, and we're going to see a number of different organizations that will be participating in that, including the Centralia Police Department, Walnut Police, Central City Police, Marion County and Clinton County Sheriff's Department, and ESDA. And also in this display we should have the large U.S. flag that's presented each year during this parade and the Centralia 4th of July parade by the Centralia Elks, which covers pretty much all days of traffic.
October, a month of parades for us on WJBD. Of course, we just had Little Egypt Festival Parade in Salem just 3 weeks ago. Here we are now in Centralia for the annual Halloween Parade.
And Halloween sort of starting off the holiday season. Once Halloween is passed, we go into Thanksgiving and Christmas and the whole holiday season. And it's also sort of at least this year, the mark of the change of the weather, and that changes from year to year, but at least this year we're starting to cool down finally. Although I do remember Halloween parades past had been every kind of weather possible, from 70s to 80s with very strong winds to a snowstorm. One time that almost chased us inside a building as the snow blizzard sort of gathered the snow outside the room. That was probably the most bitterly cold Halloween parade. That's been probably 20 years or so ago now. So weather comes of all sorts of Halloween time.
It does. We've had some downpours at it before, so all in all, tonight's weather definitely some of the best. Comfortable temperature. I think we're safe from rain showers. Bruce, you mentioned earlier the large American flag from the Elks Lodge. It is now getting close to making its way to us here.
And that's leading all of the police vehicles, which follow behind it. This flight, I think, takes about 25 people in all to hold up. I think they told me at one point. Basically, it's 2 lanes wide. The flag itself, and I don't know how long, probably 15, 16 feet long. So it's a huge American flag that's been a tradition of both this parade and since the 4th of July parade started in that parade as well.
We get a little extra show here as they kneel down and to display the flag more prominently and even give it a little wave.
It's like it's flying on a flagpole. They make it look like it gives the effect of flying.
I'm sure the folks on the radio can hear that the emergency vehicles have made it by now, starting with Centralia Police. What the folks listening on the radio can't see, very bright red and blue lights as well. These new LED lights, they really light up here in the parade.
They certainly do. They're super bright.
Centralia Police is followed by a vehicle from Walnut Police Department. And Walnut Police followed by Central City Police. Show off all three communities here in our area.
So kids getting a special view of the Central City. Things pickup trucks. It's loaded with kids. A lot of people.
Marion County Sheriff going by now. I can't tell if Sheriff Herbst himself is in there or not. I can't see from this vantage point, but a vehicle from them going by at any rate.
Now we have the Clinton County Sheriff's Department passing by.
This maybe is ESDA vehicle. And time for our Grand Marshal to come by now, Bruce. The Grand Marshal of this year's parade is Mr. Chuck Melton.
And Chuck, here on Olympian for several Olympian events, and he told me after his name he's thinking about trying to get back in shape better than he is already, and to go again for the LA Paralympics. So Chuck has made quite a name for himself after getting hurt in an accident. He still was sitting on the couch for a couple of years, sort of sulking before deciding he needed to get off the couch and do something. He certainly went and did something, becoming a Paralympian.
And we're all happy to have him as our Grand Marshal for this year's 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade.
Then our theme winner, Elizabeth Hammond, St. Mary's School, is going by. And she, of course, is the one who came up with the theme for this year's parade. And she now gets to design the pumpkin next year. They presented her with the pumpkin at the reception earlier and said, okay, got to get this done by next September. So we'll see what kind of design she comes up with.
That would be very difficult for me. Well, it'd be hard enough for me to pick a theme for the parade, but if I did and then had to come up with a pumpkin design, we'd have some trouble. I think I'd just have a regular pumpkin.
I would have to have a stick-to-day pumpkin, I think. But I don't know if pumpkins come in stick designs. Coming up now, we have the Centralia High School and Junior High School combined marching band playing Funky Town. They sort of taking the lead from Salem there for the parade and putting both bands together. Getting a bigger band and giving the junior high kids some chance to participate with the high school band. Let's take a listen to the combined Centralia High School and Junior High School marching band playing Funky Town.
presented by the Centralia High School Marching Showcase, combined with the Centralia Junior High School Marching Tigers. Excellent song choice.
And Garrett, you can hear them coming. We had all of our police cars. Now we have all of the fire trucks. Led by the Centralia Fire Department. And they actually have a float that's by their units that is concerning the zombie fire crew. So that should be interesting once that gets under control. That's the theme.
Centralia Fire Department, but it is followed by something different. Not just a fire truck here; it's pulled by a fire truck. That's
the fire crew, and like a fire department, you would think would do, would have something smoking.
Well, of course. It's very interesting float. Got a guy in a hazmat type suit, bubbling cauldrons below him.
And along with the zombie characters, of course, we have to have the Dalmatian dog.
Of course, no fire department is complete without a Dalmatian.
I wonder what they're cooking in those vats. Putting off the smoke.
The city of Centralia is followed by the Centralia Fire Protection District now. Actually, Bruce, they'll pretty well at the end of the parade be able to just pull right into their garage.
Right, right at the corner of Calumet and Popular. Right here.
More from the Centralia Fire Protection District. They've got red trucks, they've got white trucks. They're covering all the bases here.
Well, it used to be they just had white trucks. When I was first here, that's how they told me to tell them apart. We have white trucks, but now they've got some red trucks too. So I don't know if they got them for any other reason to confuse me. So I wouldn't know necessarily which fire department.
Well, I'm sure mission accomplished if that was their goal.
And here we have a lot of other fire departments here as well. The Patoka Fire Protection District, the Sandoval Fire Protection District, the Hoffman Fire Prevention District, Odin Fire Prevention District, Kell Fire Protection District, Kimmundy Alma Fire Protection District. All of them have fire trucks in the display tonight.
The Sandoval one's easy to identify. It's got a flashing light that says Sandoval right on the front.
And believe it or not, a lot of the departments have those new trucks that came from one manufacturer. Patoka, I don't know if they brought that vehicle tonight. They have one that says Patoka. And then, let's see, one other department has that too. I can't remember which one now. But that's sort of the new design on fire trucks, is to have the name of the department flash across the front.
Hill Fire and Rescue Truck.
That's the other one that's got
Yes.
the other one. Here there was three of them. I can remember that.
I believe at the moment there's a contest between the fire truck from Paul and the one from Kell to decide which has the louder horn. I don't know, we got a strong contender there.
That's the answer. We got the bright white signs.
Kinman the Alma coming by now. They've also got the flashing fire protection name in the front of the truck.
I would think that design was done for me, so I would make sure I knew which fire department.
It is helpful. The theme of this year's 98th Annual Halloween Parade is frights, lights, and delights. And we've certainly got the lights right now.
Certainly do.
Wow.
And something else I've learned, the new ambulance can be
That's an Odin Fire Protection District there that you hear.
And we have Lifestar Ambulance Service and United Medical Response with their ambulances coming by us now.
Here's that ambulance from United Medical Response. The last of the emergency vehicles to come by now. So we are going to start to see some floats appearing here in this 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade.
And Garrett, coming up first, these are the winners from the Centralia Bruce Lodge 1219 74th Annual Kitties Parade that was held earlier today. And for the first time today, they allowed the kiddie floats during the kiddie parade to actually be towed by a vehicle because they were getting so big they really couldn't pull them in. And they've always allowed them to have vehicle power on the nighttime parade, the winners. But those floats continue to get more fantastic each year.
I was at the kiddie parade this morning, and I was amazed, frankly, at how many floats there were at it. And some very well done floats. So happy for the folks who didn't get to see the morning parade that they have a chance to see some of the entries from it here in the big nighttime parade in Centralia.
Of course, what they don't get to see are the almost thousands of kids in costumes of all types, which really makes the kiddies parade something special.
And the kids and the parents, they're creative every year. Every year I see costumes I never would have dreamed of. Somebody did, and they made it a reality.
I think we have the best dressed pet winners coming by now. That contest held as part of the Fall Festival earlier today. And I'm told this competition is dominated by dogs. Because apparently cats do not perform well in this costume. Contest.
Well, you'll have to enter your cat next year.
It would jump on the dogs. If nothing else.
We've got the retiring Mayfay King and Queen going by now. Justin Mays and Jenna Wagner. And so we'll have quite a bit of the Mayfay Court. Here is the current reigning king and queen of Mayfay. It's Peyton Cole and Maya McGee going by now in a truck. With some of the flower girls in the back, it looks like. Some of the royal children from Mayfay. Freshmen now. Of course, there's 2 sets from each class for Mayfay. So I believe we have some more freshmen that are about to come by. Sophomore attendance now. 2 of them in one car, and a sophomore and an escort in one car, and another sophomore escort and attendant in the other car. Lots of royalty in Centralia between Mayfay, homecoming, and prom.
And I believe now we have coming up the Centralia BPW woman and the boss of the year.
I think we're still in.
We're still in the other one?
I think we still have some Mayfay and prom and homecoming to go yet. Here. I believe that's the last entry from Mayfay, but we're switching gears a little bit. We've got the homecoming king and queen about to come by now. Let's see if I can read their names from here on their cardboard. Montez Duncan and Sabrina Johnson. Centralia homecoming king and queen. More from the homecoming court going by now. Got the freshmen. And if I were to take a guess, I bet we'll also have some sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Bruce, a very comfortable fall night here in Centralia.
Certainly is, and the crowd has certainly turned out. I haven't obviously been up and down the entire parade route, but it looks like 4 or 5 deep down here, right in downtown Centralia, by the reviewing stand at 3rd and Poplar. And as far as you can see, going north to the Broadway area, it's nothing but a solid line of 3, 4, 5 people deep. Anyway, so certainly a good crowd. And that crowd usually goes further north and goes quite a bit further south towards Calumet Street. So a very good crowd on hand for a very good parade night.
Prom queens are going by now. And we're about to hear from the Centralia High School cheerleaders, I think. And again, since we have the perk of being up here in the judges' reviewing stand, I imagine we'll get to hear a cheer from them. I'm sure they'll stop in front of us here in just a moment. Centralia High School cheerleaders.
Sit down, nation! Up on your feet! Judges, step back! You can't take the heat! The orphans are here and will put you to rest! C-A-S, the best of the best! No one, the only with the C on your chest! Orphans!
Centralia High School cheerleaders rooting for the orphans. They had a banner in the front that said Jam Band.
Bunch of M&Ms.
I hear, there are a bunch of M&Ms playing some music there. Adams Family theme they're playing now. There. Nothing like a band at a parade. And now, Bruce, I think we're ready for the BPW Woman of the Year.
They were listed a little farther away than I thought they were. Of course, every year BPW names their Working Woman of the Year and the Boss of the Year. And they then show up in the parade to be honored every year this time within just a couple days after being seated in their new roles by the BPW at their annual forum. And this year, Boss of the Year is the principal of St. Bernard's Grade School, Pryor. Told me she's been at the school 14 years, I believe, altogether. The last 5 as principal, sort of coming in as COVID was still a problem, and managing to get the school enrollment way up in the past 5 years that she's been there. And she was nominated by her staff and won that award earlier this year. The Woman of the Year is a lifelong registered nurse who has been at St. Mary's Hospital, currently is a critical care nurse, and also has been a teacher in the past at the Red Lake College, a school of nursing.
Here's a float of some skeletons doing some cooking, doing a little outdoor grilling. That's from a quote from Ace Hardware, by the way, showing off the grills that we have. You can cook on. I'm sure if a skeleton can, you can.
And the city of Womack World Train being led by a skeleton. It's the ride. Another skeleton on a light that is a pumpkin. It's led by a pumpkin light.
We've got another float, a very nice float coming by now. It's from A-Bait of Illinois Freedom Riders. It's a carnival. Ice cream, U-Scream, haunted carnival. And definitely a lot of work going into this float, Bruce. It's got a carnival ticket stand, and some a Ferris wheel, an ice cream stand. Giant, scary skeleton. No carnival is complete without one.
Carnival music.
followed by some employees from Murray. Since the float from Ashley Local 401, which represents Murray Center employees.
Yeah. Coming up next, the Ayuka Grade School Marching Band.
The other bands we've had so far are just kind of for exhibition purposes. This will be the first band that'll be performing for the judges here, trying to win a prize. So in a moment we'll take a listen to the Marching Pirates from Ayuka Grade School. Pirates of Ayuka Grade School, going by here at the 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade. Joined by one of the little miss, Aurora here. We've got the junior Miss Marion County as well. It's Jane Taylor Rose.
Each of them have one of the little misses that are drawn during the contest to ride with them. So those are the ones who are going past now, we have the Centralia Halloween Parade and Fall Festival, lifting a major sponsors and a lighted float. Another that keeping with Centralia's history is a train. Our books are thanking all of the companies that made and their donations to the parade possible. At the reception earlier, and we thank them for I'm going to switch off here. Our parents going to take the mic from me as these other big floats head up the way. And he'll join you, and I will take the camera and be shooting some pictures to put on the website later on.
What is going on, Garrett? How are you feeling? This is the
98 years young. That's right.
98 years young. That is great. That means these 2 years will be the 100th annual Centralia Halloween Parade.
I have a feeling I'll be right here holding this microphone.
You know, I'm back home for the weekend from Palmdale, and I'm just hoping in those 2 years of time that I'll be back too. This is my second year in a row working with WJBD on the parade, and well, both experiences so far have been just great. The crowd out here is amazing, smiling on people's faces, lots of different Halloween costumes. See a little Buzz Lightyear out front of the second floor of the what building are we in again?
This is a Lifestar ambulance building here. Once upon a time, it was the Wiley Rex radio station, and is now Lifestar Ambulance.
There we go. Yep, just second floor. If you are at the parade, be sure to walk on by and give us a wave. I'll wave back at you. And now, what position list are we on this float right now?
So just a moment ago, we had a float go by from SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital. It was a giant beating heart. It was the light of compassion, turning healthcare frights into heart-filled delights. The theme, of course, of the parade is frights, lights, and delights. So they found a way to get all three incorporated there in their film.
Oh yeah, this float that right here looks like a group of kids all dancing to some sort of song. Yeah, looks like the kids on this float have a giant music box on the back, plenty of costumes going around, plenty of lights. Pretty good. Not sure exactly where they're from, but that float
From the Huff Jacobs, All Good and Lund families there, rockin' frights and glaring delights.
I'll tell you what, that flow is definitely glaring lights.
Earlier today, as part of the festivities in downtown Centralia, they had a car show. Some winners from that now going by. For folks who didn't get a chance to mosey on downtown, well, now they get their chance to see the cars. They look a little different, though, from the parade. A lot of them kind of turned into a spooky theme here, I see. You see a lot of skeletons riding in cars.
We have a lot of LED lights attached to these cars, trying to show those Halloween colors off.
And of course, one thing that works nicely, if you have a car that's a spider, why not put a giant spider on it?
Oh yeah. I mean, 'tis the season.
I'm not very good at identifying cars, though. But
See, me neither. That's kind of the spot on.
this one's orange, if that helps.
There's a red one out there. I mean, I'm sure the listeners out there can definitely hear these cars revving their engine from the speakers. You know, I'm sure if my dad was here, he'd be a fan grilling over these cars.
Oh,
But we did. Everyone's got a hobby, you know. That's how you say see.
I had a chance to walk around the car show earlier today with my nephew. And, he is much better at identifying the cars than I am, including the year. He can look at them and know what year they are.
See, now that's impressive. You know, I gotta say, it's a talent. See, me, like I said earlier, just got back from Conroe this weekend. I'm over at SIUC. I'm a freshman over there doing theater, so I guess as you would say, that a little bit of a theater stereotype, cars are not necessarily my thing. We've got this float down here, giant clown face on it. This could be a haunted house. It's a little too far though, so don't take my word for granted.
It'll come into focus for us here momentarily. We'll be able to tell you a little bit more about it. In addition to the car show, a lot of other things going on downtown all day. We've also mentioned already the Best Dressed Pet Contest. A lot of food vendors were downtown as well, as having the Children's Parade. What else did I see?
Did I hear somebody a pumpkin carving contest or something? Maybe. Okay. Maybe I heard wrong.
I don't offhand know, but it sounds like something that would fit in perfectly.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I quit doing it, because that was what I wanted.
I guess it's which cars over.
Got a lot of people in costumes now crossing over here in front of us. We got someone in a skeleton costume. We've got this little bus that says tickets all over. It kind of looks like one of those double-decker buses over in England, in a way.
So I believe this is all part of the float that's behind it. It would be from the Timmons family Carnival of Frights. So I think this is the ticket booth for the carnival. And I think the carnival itself is getting a little closer. Of course, as you said, a lot of spooky dressed people as well as part of this carnival.
Yep, Carnival of Frights. Hearing lots of screams coming inside that float. They got let's see, a Ferris wheel in the back. That's pretty insane. I gotta say, it seems like the floats this year have definitely taken a step up from last year.
All the very good floats. Yes, so this giant clown face, part of the carnival. Well, they got a roller coaster going all around it as well, made of lights. And lots of screaming children
Yeah,
in the fun house of frights.
Yeah, I also love how it's surrounded in like bars. So it's like these kids are just in prison inside this fun house. Fun house of frights. I'm sure you can hear the screams.
I think my voice would start to hurt by the end of the parade.
See, that's kind of what I was saying.
But they're kids. They're resilient. Oh, they got clowns in there. Scary clowns. And skeletons riding the Ferris wheel.
Yep, and right behind that we've got about, let's say, 4 or 5 people just wearing onesies. You know, it's cold out here. You gotta respect it. Stay a little cozy.
Next up is an entry from the Centralia City Schools, District 135. This is
Old McDonald at a farm.
They got one of their buses. Some little animal pictures on it for the Old McDonald's farm theme.
Yeah, it looks like there's kids running around on the inside of the bus.
A little bit of a gap in the parade. As we approach the top of the 8 o'clock hour, we'll remind you that you're listening to 100.1 FM WJBD Salem, Centralia. Cole Wimberly's here. I'm Garrett Ford, and we've got Bruce Crop as well. All broadcasting you the 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade. The theme is frights, lights, and delights down here. And so far, we've had all 3. Mission accomplished here on the parade theme, Cole.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was going to say. Definitely checked all of our marks. Plenty of delights, plenty of frights. And with how many LED lights have been going down this road, plenty of lights. I've been trying to keep my eye out for some interesting costumes. It looks like across the road over here, if you know Pokemon, it kind of looks like there's a little girl dressed up as Eevee.
Pokemon deep cut there.
Not seeing too many other crazy costumes. Last year there was a Grinch walking around. A funny day to be a Grinch.
Bruce, earlier you had a chance, you were kind of the, I don't know if you call it the pre-award ceremony for the parade. Anything interesting happening there?
Well, Paul, it's amazing how many businesses sponsored this parade. In the midst, they've handed out the 15 different plaques of appreciation to just everybody who gives money to help make this parade a reality each year. Of course, they gave the plaques to the Grand Marshal and the theme winner as well. And everybody had a good time. Lots of food.
Well,
that's how I remember the most.
That's the most important part. So.
Yeah. Man, Gary, you are not kidding about there being a gap in the parade.
A little bit of a delay here. We do at least see the rest of the parade coming up now, so
It's creeping up on us.
won't be too much longer here. We're across the street from the Masonic Lodge. Looks like they got some food, maybe some popcorn, and they got a smoker out there. So I'm sure some good eats there. Good eats all over town today. It's different food trucks, came out.
Different vendors walking up and down the roads. Plenty of little knickknacks you can buy for the kids.
We're on the corner of 3rd and Poplar here in Centralia. That's our vantage point from the 2nd floor here. All right, and the parade is continuing now as looks like we've got an entry from the Marion County Democratic Party.
Looks like walking with the Marion County Democratic Party, there is some sort of dragon costume. It's kind of like one of those blow-up T-Rex costumes, but it's a dragon. I'm not sure it's some sort of character. And there's actually what looks to be a toilet on the back of the train floor. Marion County Democratic Party. Oh, there's another dragon walking down here.
By now, I'm not actually helmet shirt, but it certainly fits in with the carnival theme. We got another scary clown.
Yeah, they got Ursula from the Army hanging on the front. Looks like another band walking by us here.
This is Sandoval. We'll take a listen to it.
High School's 2025 homecoming tour.
I believe Sandoval's homecoming was just this week, maybe, so it's pretty brand new homecoming for them.
Yep, looks like their queen is Harley Harper and the king is Braylon Hodge. Throwing candy out there for the kids.
Kind of sticking with Sandoval here for a little bit. We started with their band, then we had their homecoming king and queen. Now we've got an entry from their FFA. It's a float. It was some, kind of a ghostly hayride there.
Yeah, looks like someone's on a date with a skeleton on the back of it too.
Also from Sandoval now, it's the entry from Studio 50, where we are always to be amazed at what they can do with gym, dance, and cheer.
We're giving us a little routine right now. This is the perk of being in front of the judges station.
Acrobatics going by now from Studio 50. Cartwheels and saw a flip earlier.
You know, you really got to give some respect to the passion that young people can bring to the arts. Man, these kids out here just having the time of their lives. Yeah, hopefully the judges can recognize that.
It's always a tough task to be a judge at the parade. Lots of great entries go by.
That's no joke.
entry here from Alltech FinX, reminding people that they can come join their team.
Reminding that they are hiring.
They've actually got a couple of vehicles, it looks like, here.
Throwing candy at it. Looks like we got a van and a truck and a trailer on it. Looks like coming up behind the Alltech Phoenix, we have another one from Sandoval. We got the Sandoval Community Church. It is Jesus is the Light of the World. Looks like they've got a lit up cross and a big earth hanging from the back of it as well. And there's Jesus sitting right in front of the pulpit.
One of the several church floats that we have here in the parade today. As you said, this one from Sandoval Community Church. Next entry, it's called Golf Cart Goonies. And it's got a little Jurassic Park going on here in a golf cart.
Oh, yes, they do. I was kind of curious what that was going to be. Yeah, there's one of those blow-up T-Rex costumes I was talking about earlier.
They've turned their golf cart into one of the vehicles from the Jurassic Park movie.
Yep, and I love it. You know, if you've been listening for quite a while now, I said earlier about having seen a Grinch last year, and Garrett, fun fact, there's a Grinch right over there. So he's back, everyone. He
The
is
tradition
back.
continues.
Yes, it does. Hopefully, you can keep it going all the way to 100. Just a Grinch in the Halloween parade. We love it. Persistence, successful.
It's not too early for the Grinch, as today is October 25th, 2 months from today. The big Christmas holiday coming up.
Yes,
Be
it
here
is.
before you know it.
It's approaching quick.
And I'm thinking this might be part of the golf cart Goonies as well. It's also a golf cart.
This one's more Christmas themed. It's got Christmas lights, tinsel. There's not only a Grinch, but little bitty Grinch plushies all over the golf cart as well. It looks like this cart's trying to get us into the Christmas spirit a little bit.
Kids making sure that the street is clear of candy. No piece of candy goes unclaimed up here that gets thrown. Still got quite a bit of parade to go here. Lots more floats to come, lots more bands. In fact, we'll have a band here momentarily. They're at a little bit of a pause, but they'll be making their way here in just a few moments, and we'll give them a live listen. This is another combined band, kind of a common thing this year at the Halloween Parade. This one's from Mount Vernon, so it contains both the band from Mount Vernon High School as well as Casey Middle School there.
Yeah, like hear them coming down the way, and it looks like these bands decided not to go the traditional band uniform, but it looks like they're all going to be individually dressed up in their own costumes. And you know, while we're on the topic of costumes, I've actually got this gentleman to my right that has a pretty nice costume. He's dressed as the Bruce Crop. So, let's see.
All I've been perfecting it now for 44 years. One of these days I'll get it right.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, we got a Beast Boy down there. That's what I'm dressing up as for Halloween. Actually, the green face paint. Oh, looks like Steve from Minecraft. We got, looks like a bunny from Alice in Wonderland. Yep, they're approaching on us pretty quick right here in front of the judges station, so they should stop and give us a nice performance.
Drum cadence going on now. Again, this is the combined band from Mount Vernon High School and Casey Middle School. And I think we'll get a listen. Should be Fred. We'll see if it is.
Yep, it's Fred. I can see his orange scarf. Daphne. I don't see Scooby anywhere. Oh, there's Velma catching up.
We just saw Miss Clinton County Fair go by, Miss Amanda Brink. This next one says Hansel and Gretel on it. At the moment, I'm not sure who the entry's from. We'll keep trying to take a look for that, but it is a very nice float.
This is like a gingerbread house.
Gingerbread house from the Hansel and Gretel story. Lots of candy all around. This is from the Carlisle Healthcare Center putting this one on. decorated vehicle coming up now. I think this is still from the Carlisle Healthcare and Senior Living Center.
Yes, it is. It looks like they have a dinosaur in their back seat.
And I may have jumped the gun earlier. I said a second ago we had Miss Clinton County Fair go by. She actually is just now going by. There is Miss Amanda Brink, the reigning fair queen out of Clinton County. We had somebody else go by waving earlier. I'm not sure who it was.
I had some adoption agency sign on the side. They couldn't really get an exact pinpoint as to who they were.
Some barbershop singers coming by now. They're from Sounds of Harmony Chorus. Let's take a listen.
Looks like one of them is trying to catch up.
Yeah, some barbershop style singing there from the Sounds of Harmony Chorus going by. Calumet Street Christian Church is coming up next. They have a float entitled Electric Scream, 90s Dream. And it is a very 90s looking float. The people are dressed all in the 90s. A boombox. Because they got the antenna there. Making sure they can pick up the radio. Hope they were listening to WJBD.
They're all dressed in neon.
And we mentioned earlier we're across 3rd Street from the Masonic Lodge. They've got an entry in now. Reminding if someone wants to become a Freemason, asking how they do it. Well, it says to be one, ask one.
You either got a trailer of one man sitting on that trailer, a stallion in a field by himself, throwing candy to the kids.
That's the important part. This is Lillian Wright, it says. USOA is Southern Illinois.
Right behind we have the band, we have the Marching Franklin Park Wildcats. They'll be stopping right in front of us here in a moment. Give you guys a listen.
From 3 different Trinity schools, Trinity Lutheran Centralia, Trinity Lutheran Hoyleton, and Trinity Lutheran in Hoffman. They all co-op together for sports, and that's their cheerleaders there. As you mentioned, the giant shopping cart from Schnucks going by, always a Halloween parade staple. I remember it from when I was very young, going by here in this parade, and it's nice to see that it's still coming around.
Yep, same thing. Got memories coming to this parade when I was little with my grandma. She'd bring her thermos full of hot chocolate and we'd watch the parade go by. Just having those memories of, like you said, the staple of this parade, that giant Schnucks shopping cart. Just tradition.
It used to drive itself.
That's what I was going to say. It used to be a hot rod golf film card. It was a hot rod along the playground, but now it's apparently in semi-retirement mission. See, I thought that was a giant engine on the bottom of it. I just didn't want to say anything in case I was wrong. Like I said earlier, not a car guy.
Right. That is a vehicle I can identify, though. But if I see the giant shopping cart, I know that's a giant shopping cart.
Looks like we got some dancers coming up our way. The Royal Pink Dolls, the Dancing Dead Circus. So once they get a little closer to us, we'll see how dead this circus actually is. Oh, they have a big boogeyman costume down there, along with Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, I can't say I've ever actually seen a boogeyman costume.
Well,
in person.
First time for everything here at the Centralia Halloween Parade. They're beginning to dance now. As you said, Cole, the theme of it is the Dancing Dead Circus.
When the routine starts.
Quite the dance routine here they're putting out in front of the judge's stand. From Royal Pink Dolls. Coming up, we've got an entry from Timmons Fast Lane. Looks like we've got a race car. The race car in the back is number 23.
You know, I'm kind of doubting myself with all this talking about being car people. I do believe, you know, I still picked up a thing or two along the way. Right behind, we got the Celebrate Recovery. Got a little hayride on the back of it.
moment here. We've got the Bradford National Bank going by, throwing out some candy. They got a giant spider on their van. Stephen Stilt, one of the people throwing out candy. Write stories for WJBD from time to time.
Right behind them, looks like we have Malaysia's World over here creeping on us.
As they get closer, I think this will be another dance marching unit. Now, so I suspect wow. Oh, I should have started counting. There's some backflips going on. Had to be like 10 in a row.
Literally, as soon as you said I should start counting, I was thinking the same thing because you just kept going and going and going.
And I think they're about to put on a routine for the judges here. See if we can take a listen.
Good introduction with all of that. There's a competition for having hype people, you know, like a hype man. I feel like they're not going to win that.
Johnson family is coming up with Elvis Sings Country Rock, and a lot of work went into this float.
Looks like a whole fantasy wonderland on the back of this truck. Sorry, on the back of the trailer.
actually the Jolliffe family.
Oh, very impressive flow. Right behind them, we have the U.S. Bank.
Passing out some candy walking by. They've got lots of helmets passing out the candy.
Oh yeah, just spreading the love of the Halloween season.
Kaskaskia College is coming up next. They've actually got several things here as part of their entry. We'll start off with the spooky lights from them.
Oh, on the back of that trailer, they have two witches stirring something mischievous in the cauldron. Oh, and someone actually, I think there's a witch in the back of the truck. Quite an impressive witch laugh, honestly, here from all the way up the second floor of the building. That was Kaskaskia College Spooky Lights.
And they're followed by some more stuff from the college, reminding folks of what all happens out there, what all they can do. This next one is the very large mobile manufacturing lab. Part of the industrial trades at the college.
The slogan is training for the future.
Bruce, I think you've seen actually the mobile manufacturing lab before. Pretty impressive, isn't it?
It is. I mean, they can literally do welding, they can show heating, air conditioning, all of the trades in there. It's pretty amazing for kids in high school and junior high to really see what opportunities are available without really having to go beyond the van.
Yeah, all in the back of one truck.
Pretty impressive stuff. The college continuing now, as I said, they have several things as part of their entry, but there's a
Automotive right now in front of us.
They do a lot here in our community, not just at the main campus on Shattuck Road in Centralia, but also in the different education centers. I think they got a t-shirt.
That is actually a car they build in the automotive tech program. I think it's a Ford car. I'm not positive, but that's part of the kit that they build and rebuild that vehicle as part of the training.
That's pretty impressive. I thought it was like one of those slingshots.
Here's a bus for Kaskaskia College now, all nice and lit up with a spooky ghost, as any good Halloween bus should have.
Oh yeah, Kaskaskia College really showed out this year.
No tooth fairies, though, but it might be a little chilly at the Halloween parade with the tooth fairies.
Oh, we have a witch walking in front of us with her broom and what looks to be a bird cage with a dead bird inside of it. Now it's a skeleton, you know, that's cool.
I think this is a Mama Cora candy store.
I wonder if Mama Cora wants to give me some candy. I would love it if she would give me a beer, but I don't know if a lot of these people have that kind of heart.
Now, that is the only flaw in our broadcasting location, is it is hard to get candy up to us.
Hey, last year they got some Kraft mac and cheese, remember that?
That's right. How could I forget? Candy store, very appropriate here for the parade.
And don't underestimate something like that. Getting stuff on the
Yeah, I mean, if someone puts their mind to it, they can still hit Bruce with candy this year. I'm sure.
And Bruce says, do not underestimate. Right behind them, though, we have the Urban Max Funeral Homes. Their theme is Frights, Lights, and the Lights Haunted Gingerbread House. They built quite a two-story gingerbread house in the back of this float with some like they have the walkway and everything. People actually in the house waving, throwing candy. Very impressive float.
And again, I'd like to point out, like you said, it is 2 stories. A 2-story float in that house. That is something. The work that people put into these floats is very impressive always. Definitely took a lot of work, and the crowd definitely enjoys it.
Yeah,
As do we.
Yes, we do. Really give these judges a run for their money.
It will be a tough decision for the judges this year, as we still got a lot of floats to go, but we've already seen a lot of spectacular ones. So it's already a tough decision, and we haven't even seen it all yet.
Yep.
Band going by now from Centralia Manor.
Fed Financial Credit Union now driving on in front of us. Plenty of people walking with them, handing out various things. Mostly candy from the looks of it, but maybe a few other things. Yep, credit union open to the community. Oh, it sounds like they're playing some Adams Family.
This one's from Junction City, Boo Bash coming up next. I guess they've got Boo Bash coming up on actual Halloween. This is just Centralia Halloween here. Of course, the real one coming up next Friday, October 31st. And this float is promoting that.
Just a little tease for what's to come. Looks like they have a big boogeyman playing home the Santa.
That'll be coming up next Friday in Junction City. Trendy fall fits, and they've actually brought some of their trendy fall fits to show people.
Actually, the clothes rack on the back of the truck with a bunch of clothes on it. Well, is this the Fireside House Centralia Monster Mash?
I could certainly believe that. It definitely looks like it's got some monsters. They might be mashing.
Yeah, with a Jeep following it with a big skeleton on the back that attached to the tire.
Behavior is coming up next. Frights, lights, delights from fear to advocacy towards progress.
Right behind them, we have the Agnes's Kitchen Juicy J's. From the Juicy J collection.
Earlier in the parade, we had the Marion County Democratic Party go by. It's now time for the Republicans to march on past, as well as several other candidates for office for elections next year. Just getting a head start on that. Primary will be in the spring, of course, general election next November.
And we have the candidate Judge Goza is going by us for county clerk, right? And his brief is going past us right behind him as that grows his opponent. That will be in the March primary election. All right, giving the head
heads up from the Centralia Police Department.
It's not really an election year, but at the same time, it seems like it's always an election year.
Well, for the primary election, if you want to get into parades, this is the time to do it because the parade is in the middle of March, and we don't have the parade cycle again until next summer. Next fall, we'll have the general election candidates, and it'll just be a week or so before the general election. Right? A lot of these guys will be back again next year.
Here's Miss Teen State 2025 Central States versus Wish.
Singing something you can't really hear her, but he's actually performing the parade on overseas.
Yeah, unfortunately, the float behind her is pretty loud itself. It's a little hard to hear, but she is singing. The rock band float coming by now. At the moment, I'm not sure whose it is. We'll figure that out though. But they're playing some Kiss music. I'm sure this float was planned already, but of course Kiss lost his guitar and he's freely in the last couple of weeks. Very appropriate here. It was some kind of birds in a rock band.
Not just heavy rock band, monster rock band.
This is Farmer State Bank Hoffman coming by now, reminding us, don't be frightened. Apply for your first home loan. Kind of a haunted trailer that they've got there. Scary stuff. Next, because I see it's a carnival, so I'm thinking this is from Best Western Plus Centralia. The Best Western Plus Cannibal Carnival, which does not sound like the kind of carnival I would want to go to, but
Well, I can't say it's kind of I don't want to go to either.
it's a very nice float. Giant cotton candy.
I was about to say the same thing.
Of course, it's all air anyway. I could probably eat that much cotton candy. Well, I would not be happy afterwards.
Your stomach was not full. Looks like they have a clown in the back there wrapping up balloons. They have a sword currently. Looks like behind them we have the Modern Edge Construction and Remodel LLC. looks like they have a bathroom installed on the back of that trailer. There's even a little bit of privacy right on the front. Oh, Grandma lost her way.
Yeah, it's a complete bathroom. It's got a bathtub, and a toilet.
It's even got a light inside, a little light encasing of the bathtub. They put the electrical work in. The next one after that looks like the Brookside Valley Homes, the Ghost Hauler. It's a giant semi, and it looks like they put some sort of screen in the front windshield, so it looks like the semi has eyes. It's even looking around.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat. Looks like they have some sort of machine sitting on the back of the semi with a skeleton sitting on it. Not sure what that machine does.
Not sure myself, but I'm sure it's useful. This is the Alternative Learning Academy now. They have a float every year. The students work very hard on. This one looks like a Beetlejuice theme.
Oh, it looks like they're playing the Banana Boat song. Calling me by night.
Yeah, definitely a lot of work put in by the students here. Got the bride and groom back there.
It's like from that one scene from Beetlejuice where he's got the umbrella on his head, his arms extend super long. They put some sort of mechanical stuff in there to make his arms actually move.
The students themselves are all marching behind. Some of them dancing in Beetlejuice costume.
Like I said, that float brings back some memories.
Float coming up now from Walmart. We've seen some things from The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is another entry to do with that movie.
One of the toys from the movie that sort of go demonized when they get under the trees. Wrapping around the Christmas tree with a little Mr. Boogeyman right now. Oh, they're getting the crowd to go crazy tonight. You know, the people do love them, so now it's their Christmas. I'm a kid. All fun.
I got a lot of people walking with them. T-Mobile's coming up next. I scream, you scream, we all scream for T-Mobile.
You know, that one really rolls off the tongue. Yeah, it looks like a hearse. Got a little clown head. It's like somehow fastened to the top of the car. Smoke rolling out the back. We've got United Rentals rolling on down right behind T-Mobile. It's like a work truck.
Next up from Jerry and Sons Towing. Frights and Lights, the name of their float. Using one of their flatbed tow trucks here, and they have a wrecked car on it, reminding people very important message. Drink and drive.
Yup, and a big inflatable, I would say Jack Skeleton, but that doesn't look exactly like it. Some sort of skeleton. Again, reminding people to not drink and drive.
And also to please move over for tow trucks, as well as all emergency vehicles.
currently.
And believe it or not, it's sort of kind of abrupt here, but the parade is nearly over. We are now to the horse entries.
Yeah, right in front of NBC Centralia Wireless Association. Yeah, we got our horses. We got 2 horses this year and a little bitty pony with a carriage. Oh, looks like that pony's got a unicorn horn. You know what I call that?
What's that?
Pony power.
I like it.
Thank you.
And believe it or not, the horses there, really the last entry of the parade. We got some police cars behind just to kind of, as we wait for the highway to reopen up to traffic eventually once the parade is entirely concluded. But really, that is it. We had a lot of great entries there, a lot of great bands, a ton of great floats.
Oh, spectacular float system.
It'll be a very difficult task for the judges here. They'll begin to tally up their scores now that all the entries have gone by. So, Bruce, just your final thoughts here on another great parade.
Well, you know, when you can get 38 floats in a parade, all lighted, and some of the work that's been done is fantastic. And you are right, judging the parade is very difficult. I had the opportunity to do that a couple of years ago, and trying to find a home for all of these wonderful floats is amazing. I'm trying to be the judges.
It absolutely is. I mean, I don't envy the judges. I'm glad I get to watch the parade and see them and enjoy looking at the floats. But I'm glad I don't have to pick who the winner is, because that would be absolutely a monumentally difficult task here. Same with the bands. We had several great bands going by. A lot of high schools mixed with junior highs this year, which was interesting, and as well as standalone schools for the junior highs and high schools, so that would be difficult as well.
And of course, we will have those results for you. It's going to be a while, and I think they're going back over to the Carillon this year. Last year, because of the rain, they sort of stayed here, but I think they're going to probably go back to the Carillon. But in any event, I'm going to follow them and get that whole list of winners for you. Hopefully, be able to do some interviews with the top float builders, and we'll have that on by the news around 11 tonight. And of course, we'll have it hopefully all put together by in the morning, and then those builders on the road. And throw a photo gallery up with all the pictures of the various floats. So we'll have a busy night and a busy day ahead.
Absolutely. Well, I think that'll do it for our live coverage. Cole Wimberly, we thank you for coming back to town for the parade.
Yeah, of course, I had fun. I'm just glad to be back and support my community.
All right, so again, great parade. We'll have results, we'll have pictures, we'll have it all for you later on WJBradio.com. For Cole Wimberly, for Bruce Kropp, Pat Hodges taking video. This is Garrett Ford. We've been reporting live at the 98th Annual Centralia Halloween Parade in Centralia, live for full service WJBD.